Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to a special of On the Mat Wrestling Show with Xenia and the one and only Aron Stevens. Aron is on the phone because he had to take a flight, undisclosed place. We're not letting everybody know about it, but undisclosed. At least I have him on the phone. Aron, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. You know, there's big things popping, little things stopping, as they say, and I apologize that I cannot be there in the video sense, but hopefully, you know, everyone knows what I look like, and if not, you can go and check out my social medias, et cetera, et cetera. How are you, Joe, and how are you, Zena?
Go ahead.
We're doing great. We're pumped for the upcoming show and excited to talk about it.
I'm doing fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
And let's talk about that upcoming show, Crockett Cup. I'm going to ask you right now, May 17th, from 2300 in Philadelphia. Everybody knows that's the ECW arena. But let me ask you, what are you doing on the show? You're not even promoted on the show.
What I am doing on the show is going to be revealed in time, because what I'm doing on the show doesn't need to be advertised. Because one thing I've been consistent with is I'm consistently great, right?
Yes.
When I say this, we got the Crockett in our pocket, I am not lying, okay? I am doing things behind the scenes as we speak. I am en route to make a deal and ensure that BFT wins the Crockett Cup, ensure that this is the greatest Crockett Cup of all time. And you know what? There's a lot of people that they watched NWA, then for whatever reason, you know, they've kind of fallen away. Now is the time to start watching again. Trust me, NWA, we are about to truly reclaim the I don't want to say the name, because that's really not quite in the realm or the scope of what's going on. But we are going to rise to the prominence that those three letters deserve. And that is the most articulate way that I can put it. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got one more question before Xenia jumps in here. You mentioned the best Crockett Cup ever coming up May 17th. What has been one of your favorite memories of the Crockett Cup?
Well, there was, and I say this twofold. The thing about the Crockett Cup that I love personally, and due to the structured format in the NWA, or the way it's structured rather, I am able to get a live mic in front of a crowd, and every time I get a live mic in front of the crowd, the building shakes. And that's part of me as a performer. That's really why I do this. So, like, that's the one time a year where I can go ahead and do that. And, you know, at 2300 Arena, I'm just really looking forward to that. And then after that, I would have to say, when we almost won, we had Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox beat 2 years ago in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And you know what? We weren't recognized. So we still, in my opinion, are the defending Crockett Cup champions, because we've never truly been beat. But the referee never made the call in the first place. So, again, we're going to put all that to bed May 17th. Of course, that's this upcoming Saturday. And, Philadelphia 2300. It doesn't get any better than that. And we're going to be all systems blazing. And by we, I don't just mean the NWA. I'm talking about me and BFT.
Go ahead, Xenia.
Yeah, we're coming up to the show, the 2300 Arena, the ECW Arena, the very iconic venue for the wrestling world and for any wrestling promotion, really. But what was the decision behind this? How did NWA decide on this venue? Was it a factor in having such a special show and such a special arena?
Well, we were there for anniversary, which was in August. And, you know, I've, never been there up to that point. So I go into the arena and you can feel the energy. There's just a different vibe. It's sort of like its own Madison Square Garden, where I equate it to when you walk out there if you had your eyes closed, you would know where you're at. The air is just different there. It's a, a very special place, for lack of a better term. Some people call it sacred ground. I personally am looking forward to performing there.
Okay, so one of the special talent usually wrestles for WWE, but on Saturday she's going to be for NWA. And boy, do you love Canadians! A Canadian, Natty, is wrestling against Paige there. Did she talk to you? Did she tell you what can you expect in NWA since you're, the icon, the legend? And Xenia has started a campaign to get you into a Hall of Fame. Do you already have your Hall of Fame speech?
Well, you know what? We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right. Xenia, work on it.
I appreciate that.
Xenia's working on it.
There's just there's always been a good relationship between Natty, myself, TJ. TJ's a dear friend of mine. I was the MC at their wedding, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful announcement when they said Natty was coming in to wrestle Kenzie, and I am just going to be watching this match because I think it's going to be an absolute barn burner, as they say.
And with Natty coming in, do you think Natty would give some advice to the ladies of NWA?
Yes, and you know what? I don't know exactly what it is because as a woman's champion for as long as she has, and as a top level female competitor, Natty's able to talk to them in a way that I can't. So I don't know what she would say. I mean, I'm sure it would be amazing advice, and I can guarantee that they should all follow it and do what she says and take her advice.
Go ahead, Xenia.
I can think of another lady that can definitely give a lot of wise words and advice, and that's Gail Kim, who's also going to be present at the show as a special guest referee. She's a legend in the industry. So can you talk about how that came along, how that opportunity came along, and whether there's a buzz, whether everyone's excited to have Gail Kim in NWA?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you know what? This is an absolute star-studded event. Usually only reserved for our biggest show of the year, which is anniversary. But I tell you what, Crockett Cup, this is the biggest show I think we've ever done in terms of the sheer star power we have. Gail is, again, I've known Gail for a number of years. A legend, no doubt. And again, someone that the younger talent, especially the females, can benefit from, sitting under the learning tree. But her presence on the show, the whole company benefits because, look, Natalya, Gail Kim, people want to see them. And it's wonderful to be able to provide a platform for people to do so, in this particular night.
So
can we expect Gail Kim to take some kind of a backstage role on as well? Because we know she did have a big role in TNA's booking and development, and we know that now more than ever, wrestling is in need of a female mind when it comes to organizing the events, when it comes to mentoring the wrestlers as well.
Yeah, I think again, I'm sure her advice is going to be both wanted and listened to. And so, like anything Gail, has to say, I'm sure it'll be most definitely again, welcomed bit of information.
All right, you mentioned you were the MC at Natalya's wedding. Do I have to pay you for being an MC at my wedding?
Yeah.
No. Listen, you want American, but I can only pay you in Canadian. But anyways, let's get here. You mentioned 2300 Philadelphia and all that. Just recently, we lost a great person, a great wrestler, a homicidal, suicidal, Sabu. Any thoughts on Sabu? And are you guys, since you're going to be in Philadelphia at the famed arena, something planned for Saturday?
I haven't heard anything, but I can only imagine. Again, it just feels right. And NWA is always a company. We are we lead from our heart. At least we try to. And again, it feels right. Again, it's a tragedy. I've always had positive experiences with Sabu. May he rest in peace. And the man was able to truly become a unique figure in a world where everything has been done before. And he has stood out, and he deserves every accolade that he gets, and every honor that he gets, up to this point and then even past the point.
All right, a couple final questions with Aron Stevens and Xenia here on the Mat Wrestling Show Fired Up Network. Now, Aron, let me ask you this. From what I've seen on NWA Power and everything like that, first of all, for my wedding, we need to have your jacket, all right? Second of all, you're in the best shape you've ever been, and you're hardly taking bumps. You're hardly taking everything. Like, what's going on here? I'm trying to lose weight for the wedding, which is going to be in 2086. But I need to take your your advice. So you're in the best shape. Do you still have a run left?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's not something I really think about. But you know what? If an opportunity presents itself, the numbers are good, and it makes sense. You know what? We'll have to see.
All right. Go ahead.
Funny you say all this, Joe, because I'm also playing for my wedding next year, and the only thing I have left to find is the husband. One of the most exciting things for me about this upcoming show is how, to me, it seems it has something for everyone on it. Like, we have some legends like Rhino, like Natalia, and then we have some people who are the indie darlings, quote unquote, and who are hot on the internet right now, like Max the Impaler, like my fellow Russian Natalia Markova, for example, who's been doing really, really great and has become a staple in NWA. Is it intentional, and how is NWA making this accent on making any kind of wrestling fan happy, pretty much?
Well, that's it, right? And like, wrestling's always been a variety show, and I think in the last, I'd say 2 decades, especially with only one major company, there's been kind of this push for uniformity and like trends, and they want everyone with short hair and trunks, or now everyone has kick pads and does flips and everything. But like with NWA, we believe there's good in every aspect of or most aspects of the business, and we want to highlight that. We want to show the best of the best, because you know what, there is something for everyone. Truly, I believe that. And at NWA, we aim to be able to present a product that is conducive to people leaving the show with a smile on their face. And that's the only way that I can really, like, ultimately what the mission statement is from a show-to-show basis. Because last time we were at 2300 Arena, people left smiling, saying, we've never seen a show like that. We want to come back. And you know what? Now we're giving them the opportunity to with Crockett Cup. This is going to be bigger than anniversary, and it's an honor for us to be there.
All right, Aron. We know you're a wrestler behind the scenes now, everything like that. But you're also sort of a movie star, and you like the Cobra Kai and Karate Kid is coming out. Are you looking forward to seeing that? And how come you were in the movie Karate Kid?
Well, because they didn't ask me to be. That's the first thing.
They're lost.
And no, you know what? Like, I think the Cobra Kai franchise was absolutely amazing. Did not like seeing Kreese go out, but you know what? Let's see what they do with it. I try to give the benefit of the doubt. So, you know what? They haven't let the public down yet. Well, with the exception of the Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan in it, but that's nothing against Jackie Chan. It's just, in my opinion, that doesn't count because it wasn't even karate.
All right.
So
my final question here is: don't forget to check out this Saturday, NWA Crockett Cup 2300 in Philadelphia. What is left for you to accomplish in the world of professional wrestling? And like we talked about, you're not taking bumps no more or whatever. You like being sort of backstage. What do you find better, backstage or the crowd, getting pumped up and everything like that?
Well, see, I'm able to still do both. I'm able to still walk out there and garner that reaction out of people. So I'm right now. I tell you what, I'm walking that fine line, and everything's fine.
All right, go ahead, Xenia.
I mean, I think the last question to ask here is the most general, but the most asked question is, what kind of surprises can we expect at this show?
Well, you know what? I can't tell you specifically. However, I can tell you this. In addition to, again, the star-studded cast of people that are going to be there, there will be some surprises, and I may be involved in a few of them.
Ooh, wow. Exciting.
Wow. All right. That's, again, Aron Stevens. Aron, tell everybody how to get a hold of you social media-wise.
You can follow me on Twitter at Aron's Thoughts, Arons Thoughts, or on Instagram at The Aron Files, TheAron Files. So thank you all for having me.
And Xenia, go ahead.
Thank you. And I'm Xenia did that at Xenia on every social media, on Instagram, Twitter, or X, YouTube, and also on Pro Wrestling Tees and on Creator Spring.
And Aron, do you know her social media? Xenia did that, but what did she do?
I guess that's for us to find out.
No, you know what? She's again helping me with my social media. She's an amazing coach, and she does a lot. So, and thank you all. It's been a wonderful time.
Thanks a lot, and remember to check out this Saturday NWA Crockett Cup starring Aron Stevens. Thanks a lot, Xenia.
Thank you.